Hello friends, I have played a bizarre amount of hours in Once Human, and I've played just about every scenario, actually multiple times. I might have a problem.
Go outside, touch grass,
Every time I play a PrismVerse scenario though, it's always a bunch of questions in chat like, what the hell is a prism? What the fuck are we doing here? So, you know, hopefully I can give you a little bit of information. Little mama bird's gonna throw up in your mouth. Anyway, PrismVerse lasts 19 days, which is really short compared to the other scenarios. The map is cut up differently than usual, and your base can be raided. So as you can see here, the low zones are quite different. Blackfell, for example, which is sort of an end game area, is now the starting zone for Rosetta. This map cut up also introduces PvP zones where you have no option but to fight, run, or hide. You can build in these safe zones to avoid a raid. However, your ability to purify will require you to either have an alt base in the safe zone and be able to move your base into a PvP zone to purify, or have a hive base that is sort of the PvP base for everyone in your hive where you can purify. And I get that there's not a lot of context there, but I'll get more into purification and what that means in just a second. You'll also have different mimetic specs, so things like injectable buffs, and some drones you can build with various modifiers. So that might be gathering ore and auto smelting. It might be exploration drones or attack drones, or even territory, what the fuck. You can also use various tape modifiers, so that in conjunction with the injectable buffs can really make some interesting things happen, including the lightning one that every fucking person uses. Oh, you think you're better than me, you fucking gloating little bitch? Fucking god damn it! So the overall scenario is two factions, Rosetta and Mayflies, fighting to secure points in phase 1, 2, and 3, and the collective of that will win. So you secure these points by purifying prism deviations, which can be dropped once the overall pool has some available, and you can check those here at this phase menu. So you can see here I'm pretty much on the 11th hour of phase 3. The scenario is basically done. There's currently a Radiant one available, a Rex, and then the regular Prism deviations. You can get these via world events, which are guaranteed drops if they're available, so things like Dark Side, Paradise Lost, Chiron, things like that. You can also get them from opening gear and weapon crates, mining, fishing, logging, but you have to be in the PvP zones when you do those things. You fucking worthless nutcracker, do something! I will say keep in mind that the statistical probability is incredibly low to get it from anything other than those guaranteed events. I think this season I did 2 sessions of fishing for a collective, like, I don't know, 8 hours or something stupid. I got 1, but I did a lot of logging and didn't get a single one. Same with mining. I think I ended the season with 50,000 iron ore and maybe 6,000 steel ingots. And I never once got a drop from farming ore. One of the ways I did get them, though, was by consistently opening all weapons and gear crates in PvP zones daily. It's, I think, every 4 hours it resets those chests that you opened. So sometimes I might have, you know, if it was a weekend, I might have been able to do multiple times in a day to go clear all the weapons and gear chests in a zone. But if it's during the week, I might have only done it once, might not even have played. So if you clear the whole map once, you're likely not going to get a drop of the Prism Deviant. It's something that you have to actively be doing multiple times. So, I mean, what happens when you get a Prism Deviant? I mean, you can't teleport, you can't be squiggly cubed, or even walk into a safe zone, you will immediately drop it. You have to take your Prism Deviant while in a PvP zone, and at a base, you have to put it in an isolation tank. Once you do that, then you have to defend it for whatever the timing is. I would say just about all the regular ones are 30 minutes that you'll have to sit there and wait. If you happen to get lucky enough to get a Berserker Rex or a Radiant one, you will have to defend it for 2 hours. As you enter that into the isolation tank, there's going to be a huge orb above your base and a red blob on your map if you go to the Prism view. You can also kind of see maybe where you can raid, maybe where someone has dropped one. And that's basically it. Like, that's the whole PrismVerse scenario, is PvPing and fighting over these Prism Deviants. That's it. So I do want to mention that I did cut about 15 to 20 minutes from this because I ramble an awful lot and the scope of the video just kept growing, and I was talking about exploiters and balancing issues and people hacking and everything else. But I do think I want to make a follow-up, maybe a couple. I do want to talk about like tips and tricks and, you know, things to succeed, maybe a little bit more depth, where I can talk about how to make a good purification base and kind of what you should expect. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.